I don't even know what we would just watch.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go!
Let's go! Come on, Hoge!
Let's go! CHGO Bears Postgame starts right now.
I'm going to die.
From the Xfinity Loft.
Let's go!
Woo! Brought to you by our amazing friends at Toyota. Let's go places and Bet365. It is never ordinary at Bet365. This is the CHGO Bears podcast, the CHGO Bears postgame show, and this will be the greatest 2 hours of our celebratory lives because that was the most unbelievable football game I think we have all seen. From death and the season dying in the worst possible ways to the greatest win, and who knows what's to come. Adam Hoge,
I feel like I just played the game. I'm sweating. Is anyone else just like...
The celebration.
That was through the ringer and back and home again. Greg Braggs was in tears. Corey Wootton had the greatest celebration ever. Hoge was the happiest of Hoges I've ever seen. And
Happy Hoge.
I have no voice from the screaming.
Your voice is a little...
I was very into that football game, and from the start to the... Well, this is for the start of the second half to the finish. I got to tell that. Well, okay, actually, I'll hold my thoughts.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to the to how we start these shows, which is the Adam Hoge instant reaction, brought to you by our friends at Toyota. Let's go places.
I gotta be honest with you. I need to go on a little rant here for a second.
I can't wait. Let's go.
Well, this honestly isn't going to be a rant. My instant reaction is just disbelief. For a team, we shouldn't ever not believe it. Because they just, I don't know what this team is. This is the first time I've ever sat here for a postgame show and literally I don't even remember what just happened. If you asked me to be like, what were the 3 or 4 biggest plays that just led to what that just was, I don't remember off the top of my head because it was just pure insanity. I do know that Caleb Williams in the middle of all that had one of the greatest plays in the history of the NFL. Because that throw where he's doing the jump man throw while also getting clipped, he's basically horizontal to the ground as he's going down and somehow flips it over. And Rome caught that, right?
Yep.
And Rome hadn't even been involved the whole game. It's just this team just keeps doing this to us. But for us, to us and for us. And I will say this because I want to make sure this gets addressed right away. And I will, in much more in depth, break it down later why I had some issues with the game plan that they came out with defensively. But credit to Dennis Allen because he made a lot of adjustments, it felt like. And credit to this defense because there were probably 3 or 4 times I thought about tweeting in the middle of the game that the defense is just cooked for the season. And there was a lot of evidence suggesting that was true.
I tweeted that.
But they stepped up and made play after play after play, except for that Matthew Golden 5 missed tackles play. But other than that, in the second half, this doesn't get done without the defense doing what they did. I can't believe it. They just beat the Packers in the playoffs. This rivalry's flipped.
Yeah.
It's flipped, just like it's awesome.
So they beat Green Bay 3 out of the last 4 times.
Yes, which they haven't done since 2007, 2008.
This is one of the craziest games I've ever. Our voices are done. How much we were celebrating the first half. I'm looking at Steven talking to him and Hoge and Carman. I'm like, we're done. This game is over. Let's start planning for Cancun. We're literally thinking about that. Then the way they came out in the second half, like you said, Dennis Allen made the adjustments. The defense really set the tone because the offense, even though they were driving on them, they're getting in the red zone. They couldn't put it in for 6 or 7 points. So hats off to Dennis Allen. Incredible job the way he adjusted. Still, it wasn't pretty. They were giving up things. Kyler Gordon and company were struggling against the receivers, but it was kind of like a bend but don't break philosophy. So hats off to the Bears. I mean, they kept fighting, and I think that's the mark of their head coach. Ben Johnson kept them fighting throughout the whole game, and to be able to come out with the dub in that situation, crazy.
Are you talking to Greg? Because before Greg talks, I want to set him up.
Okay. Either way, I would just say, Greg, do you want me to go or do you want to go? You want me to go? Okay.
I'm working on it.
Well, here, listen. Let's start with this. The Chicago Bears believed in themselves in ways that the Chicago Bears have never believed in themselves. The Chicago Bears were down 21-3 at halftime. They were down 21-6 going into the fourth quarter. They gave up a touchdown in that fourth quarter too. They scored 25 points in the fourth quarter.
Incredible.
That's insanity. You're playing your arch rival that has made the Aaron Rodgers is out there. I own you. Matt LaFleur is 12-2 against you. You haven't won a playoff game since 2011. You stunk up Soldier Field to the point that people were puking on themselves at halftime, and we're still doing it in the third quarter. And you came out and did that in the fourth quarter. The play that you're calling with Caleb, Olamide Zaccheaus running free, DJ Moore having a terrible drop and then finding his way into the end zone, Colston Loveland on fourth down. The Bears believed in themselves, and the Packers, let's just say it out loud, you choked it away too. You blew the game. How did you lose that game? You straight out, you blew it.
Chokers.
You choked to the Bears. In Chicago, in year one of Ben and year two of Caleb, in the history of a run being over. I mean, this is definitely a watershed moment. So my kudos to the Bears and the fact that you had every reason to not believe in Cancun and all of it, and they for whatever reason didn't, and they won the greatest game in Chicago Bears history that I've ever seen.
Okay, so it's Greg's turn, and I just want to point out that while we were all running around like crazy, I found Greg over here on the other side, and I gave him a big, big hug, which he needed because he was just curled up in a ball, basically.
I'm going to die.
And as I was hugging him, I felt some moisture on my hand.
Whoa. Hey, yeah.
I know, but
not with Briggs in the room.
But I'm happy to report that moisture were tears of joy, tears of victory. Greg, tell us what you were going through because it looked agonizing.
I think it might have been tears of the fact that I almost died there watching that. Honestly, for the let's go Briggsy.
There's Briggs and Zoom.
Briggsy.
Briggs and Zoom in there bringing
Briggsy
the heat.
and Zoom in the house.
Bringing the energy, baby.
Honestly, for the first time in my life, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say to this. I mean, just when you would like the amount of miracles this team has had this year, like how would you top the last one? How do you top this one? How do I doubt the next time this is going to happen? Because I gave up in the first half. Go check my tweets.
Everybody did.
It's not pretty. But overall, I just think my biggest takeaway is just, football isn't about perfection. It's about the imperfections. How do you overcome your flaws? How do you overcome adversity? How do you bounce back when you get knocked to the ground? And this team has just embodied that throughout this season. The never say die Bears strike again. And that's it. I mean, what a legacy moment for Caleb Williams there in the fourth quarter. I mean, as you said, on fourth down, as he's getting sacked, to throw an absolute dime ball on the move to Luther Burden. Incredible. Saved the game. Who would have thought that there was still a game to be had at that point? And then the touchdown to DJ Moore, little smoke and go down the line. I mean, they made it look easy. And then at the very end, Jordan Love just sitting back there. And it's like shades of the Hail Mary of last year. And you're just waiting for the dagger to go through your heart, and it doesn't, because that's not this year's Bears. This is a new story. And it's just one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen. And for every Bears fan that's texted me, and everyone that's I haven't had a chance. I just want to just say, like, I love all of you, and like this means so much to so many to have this moment, and just hats off to the Chicago Bears, because while a lot of the people in this city quit tonight, they did not, and that's it. I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah, I wish these fans could see you. It's like that 90s song, right? Step back from that ledge, my friend.
Yeah.
Good times.
You were literally, you've been living in. And
I will understand. That's Braggs. He was on a ledge today, but came back and heck of a game.
As last time when they beat the Packers, we got a huge audience watching, and we are so happy you're all here with us to celebrate. We're going to be here for a long time tonight. We got the Brick by Brick after show coming up with Lance Briggs, Azumah, and Greg Braggs. If his voice survives the second show.
This is going to go till 3 a.m.
It's going to be a night. And
then I'll meet everyone at Taco Bell later.
And the good news is we got another week at least. And so if you're new here for the first time, we're here every day basically talking about the Bears year-round leading up to this moment. And we just hit right on the dot. Look at that, 101,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
Which we're just barely removed from hitting 100 on the dot. So if you're here for the first time, please hit subscribe. Keep getting that number count up. It's been a hell of a ride. Really over the last, that's kind of what's cool is we've been here now for 4 years at CHGO. We were at the bottom doing these post-game shows when Greg had a bag on his head. And now he's sitting here with tears of victory in his face. And it's we appreciate all of you that have been here throughout the ride too. So please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. We also have some big money super chats. I know that already came in. Always sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places. And I know we should start with our guy. It's time for the Craigulator.
It's time for the Craigulator. It's time for the Craigulator. It's time for the Craigulator.
Who said, very simply put, Bears fourth phase. And credit to the fans that were there, because when the defense took the field, I think we all felt like there was too much time on the clock, and I was sitting here yelling at the TV going, if you're inside that stadium, you better not leave with a voice. This needs to be the loudest the stadium's ever been in the history of Soldier Field, and no one is allowed to leave that stadium without a voice, or with a voice, I should say, and they delivered. It was awesome. I know we have a $200 super chat, too, I want to sneak in.
Big money super
Real
from
quick.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Jordan Brody, we had two of them. Let's knock them both out. Toyota. Jordan Brody, I completely lost faith. Let's effing go. Bear down. Thank you for the big money super chat, $200.
You're a good man for admitting it, Jordan Brody, and you certainly weren't alone.
And Brawl Sack, our guy.
The best sack there is.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Hey,
If you're new here, we also do that too much. $200. I love you guys. Ride or die. Thank you very much, Brawl Sack.
Well, and just to add on, we do Bear shows 52 weeks a year, 5 days a week, 9, 13, 11 shows a week. So if you want Bears content, that's why you want to hit the subscribe button. We're not just here when they win the greatest game of all time. We also cover the Cubs and the Bulls and the Blackhawks.
Which, what a night it was, by the way. The Cubs got Bregman and
Blackhawks
and the
won again.
Hawks won 3-0.
Yeah.
It was just a glorious night in Chicago.
I wasn't going to lead with that, but I feel like Jed Hoyer saved the Bears season.
That's when the game flipped.
It flipped right as that happened.
It's true.
It is so true.
Because everybody was like, oh, the Bears lost, but at least the Cubs got Bregman.
Right. The minute that news broke, everything turned. So I don't know what to say. I mean, so I guess the Pope does have something to do with this.
I
had my
Are you guys coming around on that? Because I'm all about Pope Bob. This is Pope Bob.
Well, we're going to get to our franchise focus who
They better keep the bars open past 3.
Yeah, I mean,
because this thing doesn't end until 2:30 in the morning, and I want to go to the bar right now.
Well, I can help you. Should we do this right now?
oh wow, that's right.
We might as well.
Big Cram.
Because our guy Big Cram, Eric Creemans, who's just
At the
Phenomenal
he was at the
supporter.
game, he was at the tailgate. I don't know what's going on with his custom-made bag.
That's the king of the course.
King of the course. Him and Braggs, and then on the back we got AI, Woot, and Jerry Azumah, which Woot, that is definitely not you.
No, that's not.
But it's AI Woot. It's AI Woot, and he was very nice to bring this very nice bottle, which also is custom labeled Bourbon Kings of the Course
Kings
edition.
of the course. There
Let's
it is.
go.
But it's a very nice bottle of Colonel E.H.
Small
Taylor,
batch.
small batch, and he said we could only open this if the Bears won.
Let's do it.
And the Bears won, so we're gonna do this. Maybe should we toss a break and I'll pour her in the break? Let's just do this right now.
Yeah, you can do that. We'll just get it going. We'll go to break in a second.
Any of the fans tuning in.
Let's take the shot.
Well, no, here.
Break schmake.
Well, I got to pour it, and also people at home can get themselves something if they
All right,
want.
everybody
we can all do it
get your
together.
bottle.
Hey, all right, so hey, we'll take a little interlude as we get the bourbon going here. We're coming back with our franchise focus, taking a look at the incredible night that Caleb had when the Bears absolutely had to have it, sticking through it, exhausted, the whole thing. What an unbelievable performance. We're here all night long. But first, those who make it possible.
With the Bet365 early payout offer, you know this by now. You are a winner if the team you bet on goes up by 17 points with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections immediately marked as winners. You can download the app. Use code CHGO365 when you sign up. Still got a Sunday night football game tomorrow night, so that's that $365,000 jackpot we've been talking to you about all season. And NBA tip-off Tuesdays, since we are kind of sadly squeaking out of football season here just a little bit.
Hopefully there won't be condensation on the court. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Breaking news from Bet365. New customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use code CHGO365, deposit 10, place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER in app only.
Thank you to our friends at Bet365. And a shout out to our friends at Toyota. Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles, Hulk. 25 of them with the available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Give you the option right there, and that is more than any other auto brand, from the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown. The sleek Camry, Woot, you love that. All-wheel drive, the Corolla hybrid all-wheel drive. Always loved a good Corolla. And then the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, so many options. Let's wrap it up with the spacious Grand Highlander with the all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. That is sweet. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota. Let's go places, and yes.
Where are we going?
We're going to Toyota, and we're going places, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Toyota. I said that.
That aged well.
That aged well. Cheers. Let's go.
Hey, if you're at home, come join us. Salud. That's amazing.
Big Cram, you're the man.
Yeah.
Big Cram, you're the man.
Big Cram is the dude.
Well done, fellas.
What's up, Briggs?
Done.
We out here.
Jay Briggs, Jay Azumah.
Good game, guys.
They'll be right back here in about a segment, so you'll hear from those guys in a second. And then, of course, Brick by Brick after show afterwards. We still will hear Adam Jahns at the stadium. We will hear from Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, all the sound from the locker room. I'm sure it's incredible, but it is time for our franchise focus.
Oh, boy.
And I don't even give a crap what the numbers say.
Oh, I mean,
but look at that. He went 361. This is what I was talking about in the open. I don't even know what happened in this game. 24-48, 361, 2 touchdowns. The 2 interceptions kind of weirdly actually helped because they were both on 4th down when the Packers
punts.
probably should have
Those
dropped
were
them.
punts.
One of them didn't really matter.
They were punterceptions.
Yeah, they were punterceptions. I like that.
I like that.
And honestly, with what he did in the 4th quarter, he missed some throws. There were moments where we were like, oh, he didn't see that guy, or he threw that one high. Whatever.
Dude,
No other quarterback would have done what he did tonight. And I'm gonna go down a weird road with that. But honestly, I don't want to say nobody can't do it, but nobody has the reputation that Caleb already has. He's obviously not the best quarterback in the league, but I'll take him in that moment, which I got killed for it by Packer fans. We had a short go out, a little video go out from Hogan Jahns where I said I would take Caleb Williams over Jordan Love in a playoff game. And, of course, I got attacked by all those Packer fans. Well, guess what? That is why.
Hey.
That is why.
You gonna drop that mic on him?
Yep.
Yep, I like that, baby. No, but I think the confidence of Caleb Williams is incredible because for about 3 quarters he played pretty bad, honestly. You look at some of the throws he missed and some of the decisions, but in that 4th quarter, Iceman, right? He lives up to that moniker. It's awesome to see. And, yeah, we got to clean up this, that, and the other. But when the game's on the line, nothing's ever going to be perfect for some people. But he finds a way with it, scrambling for a first, making that crazy throw when he was scrambling to the left, throwing off his back leg, falling back to complete it to Roma Dunze to keep that drive going. I just love the confidence of him. And that's the thing, like quarterbacks around the league, especially young quarterbacks, usually don't have the confidence he has, especially when he starts out bad. So to finish the way he did and have the confidence throughout it, you saw him getting fired up on the sideline. He's a leader on this team.
Yep.
And guys respect him. And the proof is in the pudding. Right, when the game's on the line, you want Caleb Williams. Even his second year in the league, doesn't matter what he does in the first 3 quarters, he's going to come back on you.
I mean, the idea that the Bears have a quarterback that has the it factor is so – it's just such an it's like uncharted territory.
It is.
It's such a weird feeling.
We've
to
never
say.
been here.
We've never been here, guys. And that's why I just think we're just each game so filled with what's going to go wrong, and he's sitting here trying to figure out what can go right. And that's the beauty of Caleb Williams. We've said it during the year, Caleb the conundrum. Now all of a sudden it's become the offense as a whole as a conundrum. Still the drops persist, and the mental errors, but yet they find a way at the end. So what do you say? I mean, there's so many things they can clean up, and Caleb said that on the broadcast after the game was over in his sideline interview, and that's ultimately the beauty of this season, and the fact that it didn't end on a sour note, losing to Green Bay on your home field. Whatever happens here going forward, we still want to win these games, but at the same time, there's been so much growth and progress from an offense and from a quarterback when there's still so much they can get better at. And if like that realization has to be kind of washing down on the rest of the rivals in this division, because you can say everything you want about the flaws, but you can't deny what makes him great.
What do you want to say?
Well, we have some shirts to promote.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And we were told to do that, so I was going to do that. Is
Go.
that okay?
That's
because we haven't. I've never seen the sweatshirt before, so I'm
I'm
assuming
here
we're
all
launching
night.
that right now. Is that true? I mean, we got the ones we already had, with the Iceman shirt and this new CHGO football shirt, but now we got that Chicago over everything.
Let's go.
That's Chicago
That's
over,
cool.
and that just feels so perfect right now. Chicago over everything. How about Caleb over everything? Caleb over everyone.
Bears over everything.
Well, it's funny because I was getting texts from people in California like, "You the Bears doing the same thing," and I'm like, I'm like, settle down, Juan Beltran, my guy who I used to work with back in the day in the old Yahoo Sports Radio world. But they were coming from all over the place as far as Chicago over everything, and no one thought the Bears were pulling this off. Caleb Williams did. First of all, like seeing him early in the game having the freak out on the sideline, and he's now getting to a place where it's like he's sort of earned the right to have his upset on full display out there. And then, you see him and he's straight exhausted, and he's just hanging in there calm. The run game really has kind of fallen apart as of late. Yeah. There's just been more and more has been heaped on his shoulders. Roma Dunze has not, he wasn't there tonight at all. He's turned Colston Loveland into a star tight end. People, Woot, you're yelling like this guy's like Travis Kelce right now. I mean, he
kind of is.
I mean, which is unbelievable. Colston had 8 catches tonight for 137 yards. After that, I mean, it was DJ for 64, and then he's just spreading it around. Rome had 2 catches for 44. Luther had 3. Spraying off of Caleb. DeAndre Swift's play, talk about big plays, where he got the ball on the right side of the field on a dump off, and he was in all sorts of trouble and broke all the way from the right side, all the way towards the goal line on the left side. He picked up like 8 yards on that play, made it a short third or whatever. That was a huge play. But Caleb's ability to hang in there, the couple of the dump offs to DeAndre, so he was not doing that. If you go back to the start of the year, I mean, you can just see the patience and the growth right in front of you.
So it's funny because it's like a tale of 2 games. So, like, watching the game, you're looking at things, okay, what do the Bears need to get better at here this offseason? Or what does Caleb need to
Oh,
get
I was
better
definitely
at,
doing
right?
that.
And
I had a list of 900 things on defense.
Well, and that's what's funny, and it all kind of gets washed away as a fan or an analyst when they win, because, like, what are you going to do? You're just celebrating, right? But, like, I do think there's one, observation I've had here for a few, it feels like the second half of the season is, when Caleb bails out of the pocket, when he's getting pressured, whether it's blitz or not, it feels like he's bailing out to the outside hash, out to the outside edge. At some point, if he can, climb that pocket, bail out through the teeth of the defensive line. And then there's other times, like you brought up the composure aspect, or Caleb going at players on the sidelines after plays. In the first quarter, I felt like it was a negative. I felt like the team didn't have good composure. Now it looks like a positive because he willed them back to victory.
Right.
So I don't know what the answer is in that regard. Because at the beginning, I was getting ready to say, in the postgame, like, hey, they weren't calm, cool, and collected. They're yelling at each other.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know the right.
I still think that's something that's going to come as they all continue to grow. Like, this is still a young team. Caleb is still young. Like, those are the areas where, and I don't want to, it sucks to say this, but, like, they might still lose a game here in the playoffs where that becomes a thing. And that's okay. I guess my point is I think it's defensible right now, like where they're at in this whole thing. You want them to mature and learn from some of these things. Maybe they will this week. But, I do want to address one thing before we forget about it, because we're going to get to post-game sound and the show's going to take off, and then all of a sudden we're going to be on brick by brick and all this stuff. So I don't want to – I think this has to be addressed. I know there was a report from Ian Rappaport today saying that, like, Matt LaFleur wouldn't be judged on this game. But that was one of the worst coaching performances of all time in the second half. Like, he got way too conservative, I thought, with the play calling. They were running away from receivers. Now, I know Dennis Allen made adjustments, but it still felt like if they had kept the gas on when they had the ball, they could have. Like, I want to give the Bears defense credit. I have given the Bears defense credit. They deserve credit. But I also think that some of that's got to be owned by if I was doing a Packers show right now, I'd be killing Matt LaFleur. I thought some of the timeouts, especially that last timeout they burned with, I think, 44 seconds left,
Absolutely.
when they easily could have clocked it on first down, that alone was kind of a fireable offense. Now, I think if you zoom out, I still am of the thinking it would be insane to fire Matt LaFleur. And I think most Bears fans, if that came out tomorrow, would throw another party tomorrow. Maybe we'll do an emergency pod for that one, because it would just okay. But I feel like that's back on the table, the way that game just went, and the fact that you just.
I'll go further than that. I think he is going to get fired. I think he is on a. The president, who's the new president, there said he doesn't want lame duck coaches. I think.
Well, that's the thing. He's basically said I have to either extend him after this second collapse against the Bears. You either have to extend him now or fire him.
And the GM.
And how much is he going to demand, right? Because Ben just got paid $13.5 million a year, so he's going to be asking for somewhere around that, right?
So the point I'm making is, you might have not just advanced in the playoffs and knocked the Packers out, but you might have really changed the future trajectory of this thing for a long time. Honestly, with what you just happened, like Caleb Williams might have just done that here.
Well, I know the kicker's walking home tonight.
Well, he sucked.
I mean, he lost some. I mean, as much as the coach did,
Great point.
He missed a field goal and an extra point.
I don't, all right, I've already taken up victory laps. I'm good, but I did say special teams might decide this game.
Yep. No,
you can take all the
I've
victory
always
laps you
said
want.
special teams was important.
You are a special teams,
and I always
you
value,
lock in on training camp more than anybody I know during special teams.
I always
period.
value kickers, especially our kicker who made 3 field goals.
Woot, I just want you to know that during training camp, we're sitting there in the stands, and everybody, he's like, all right, special teams, he takes his. Now, you do grind. You're on your feet a lot, so you do have to sit down. So he sits down, and he's like, I'll worry about special teams later. And I said to him directly, I go, there will come a time this season where the Bears will either win or lose a game,
which has been like
because of what's happening right here on the field, and I'm going to throw it in your face.
Which has happened like 7 times.
It's happened like 7
I
times.
hate you, Cairo. I don't believe in you. All of a sudden, I love you.
Let me make one more point, and we'll do we'll get our players only.
This is my favorite show.
I'm
ever.
gonna
just let me make this point because it's on the tip of my tongue. We got Briggs
closest
and
I came to dying was today.
Okay. Look,
Go ahead, Carm.
well, I think it's a really cool thing that happened today because
Was
you're-
really cool.
well, you had all.
Great take, Carm.
Thank you.
That was a really
But
cool
listen,
take.
just let me finish the point. Thank you. The Bears have captured Chicago
Yes.
and beyond. People who are not normally consuming football are now consuming the Bears because of the way the season's gone, because of
Like
Ben
my
Johnson.
4-year-old, which we'll play here in a second.
Like your 4-year-old, good, better, best. Like it's seeping back all the way across the city as a mainstream thing. It's leading the news. It's leading newscasts. It's like it's growing. And then to come out and do what they did, trail 21-3, and just look like you brought everybody here again, and then you just completely, crashed. Would have been such a disappointment, and just like, what was it all for, man? You got everybody excited, and then you just said, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, we have nothing. But instead, you built on it. Everyone is going to be talking about the Bears now. Like, Greg, this is like the Bears are the story. It's they grabbed everybody and they nearly let go of the rope and let you all just go back to your lives, and instead they just drew you in even more in the greatest. It's an unbelievable development.
Yeah, there's one last thing I want to say about Caleb Williams. Because I know there's been a lot of talk from fans and the media about, did we get the right quarterback? We 100% got the right quarterback.
Yeah.
And listen, it's his second year, right? It's a work in progress. But to have the finish of the game and how he progressed throughout that game, finishing with the stats he did to lead them to victory, is an incredible thing. So the Bears fans, do we have our quarterback? 100% we got our quarterback. I feel confident in him. He's going to continue to improve. He hasn't even scratched the surface of what he's going to be. And I think that's the crazy part about it.
Well, his confidence is his superpower, but he also said, like, after the win against Green Bay, he never felt more confident than that, having that moment. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever that level was, it's got to be up from there after that, or after this one. So imagine the talent, everything coming together with the belief.
And Steven, do you have the video of the defensive coordinator from the other day slapping the podium? Please play that for us.
Oh, yeah, let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Please.
Here, he'll bring it back, but can we do the other one first here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was sent to me from my wife after the Bears took the lead. My 4-year-old daughter, Livy, watching the game. I'll just let it speak for itself. Here it is.
It's Chicago. It's Chicago.
Super Bowl.
That's it. I think that was after they took the lead. Maybe the score looked different in the background. I don't know. It was after some big moment. And
Love it.
So she's been walking around our house all week saying that, basically. Yeah. And I've been trying to get it on video. And every time I turn my damn camera on, she won't say it. Yep. So all it took for them was to do what they did tonight, and we got it done. So that makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
It should. That's amazing. All right, we got a ton coming out of the locker room. Seeing Cole Kmet in a wife beater tank top there. That's a terrible look right there, but it's gonna be amazing.
Why is it a terrible look?
Just because Cole's my professional guy. Cole's always just has that.
They just beat the Packers in the playoffs. He's from Chicago. He can wear what the hell he wants.
Okay, great, good point. You do whatever you want, Cole. I love you, Cole. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you, Cole. Bring back the 85. Let's go.
You should bring that back.
So the locker room stuff is coming up. We'll hear from Ben. We'll hear from Caleb. But let's do our players only next. Let's get Briggs out here. Let's get Azumah out here. And we're here all night. But first, hey, let me give a big shout out to our new friends at Xfinity and their 5-year price guarantee. I mean, what if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi and you could keep it at the same price, because everything literally is going up, for 5 years? That is the Xfinity 5-year guarantee. Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, finds and fixes problems even before you notice them. It's super intelligent. It's almost got I call it a sixth sense. Say that right? Sixth sense.
Yeah, you did. It's hard to say, but I think we've been doing well so far.
Thank you. Lets you stream the game, even when the whole family's online. I know a lot of you have that issue. All your devices working in perfect harmony for a whole 5 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions do apply.
And whether it's on the field or in your financial life, the best teams, they win by delivering excellence at every level. That's what we do on this show, too.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Every day.
At Old National Bank, they believe in every play mattering.
They're doing a little bit better than we do.
Every play matters. Every show matters. Everyday checking matters. And they have everyday checking to long-term planning, commercial banking. Old National Bank is here to build momentum and help you move the ball forward. Did you see what the sign said driving down today? Did you pay attention?
I actually missed that. That's my bad.
It said, bear down.
That's what Old National does.
And then in parentheses, it said, on your defensive driving skills.
You think any
I
other
thought that
bank?
was clever.
I like that. You think any other bank would do that? No.
No,
they wouldn't.
They got you covered, always, every day. So whether you're celebrating a win, rebuilding after a tough loss, or gearing up for whatever comes next, Old National Bank, they've got your back with tools, guidance, and an expert crew that always is in your corner. Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Member FDIC.
There he is.
I was here the whole time.
Hulk
I was here the whole time.
There you go.
Hulk man. Oh,
You see me.
oh yeah,
Leapfrog that
baby.
defender over there.
That was pretty
When
good.
you look at the 16-inch pythons, yeah, brother.
Well, these definitely aren't that. But
Okay.
This mic's running away from me.
6-inch pythons.
Look like them
Hey, man,
receivers
Held over here.
Look like those receivers.
Don't break it. Don't break another one, big guy.
It's already broke.
All right, welcome back. We're good. We're having fun tonight. This has been a fun show so far. We got Jerry Azumah to my right, Corey Wootton, Lance Briggs to my left. This is the Players Only segment where I tee it up and then I shut the hell up to hear what you guys have to say. But I do have to say this about all three of these guys on this panel. I think it's super cool. Like, you guys came here to play for this team and how much you still care about this team.
Yes.
I mean, you're decked out in Bear stuff every single week.
Every single
which
week.
I love.
Yep.
I love watching the games with you guys. I learn a ton, but also see how much you guys care. What does tonight mean to you? That's where I want to just start. Beating the Packers, getting this playoff win, the way it went. Zoom, I'll start with you since you're decked out in the Bears gear.
It's Bears all day, baby.
What does this mean to you? What just happened? Because I'm still trying to
I'm
process
still trying to
it
process it myself. Like, I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. Like, they didn't start playing until the second half. And we knew that this team is a second half type of team. But, I mean, it's the Packers. It's the Bears. It's one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. This means a lot. This is something incredible for the city of Chicago.
Whole hell of a lot, man.
That's right.
Come on now.
That's right. Something incredible for the city. And the fact that they pulled out this, I don't even know what to call this right now. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But it's a win, and we get to live another day. We get to fight another day.
You win or you go home.
That's right.
Survive.
We will not
That's
be
the rule.
We will not be in Cancun.
Second season. You got to fight to get to the second season. When you get to the second season, it's win or go home. And I think this is like it's the undiscovered country for us. You know, so you know where I watched the game, there were a ton of Bear fans, and you could see the emotions going through, especially in the first half. The emotion from the first half to the fourth quarter, it was polar opposites, and to see everyone start to chant, and chant for the defense, because in the second half, the reality is the opportunities came because that doggone defense, that it was four straight 3-and-outs.
3-and-outs, baby.
Four
Yes.
straight 3-and-outs. And what people don't understand about that and people don't respect about that is that because they force the Packers to get rid of the ball or give up the ball to give it back to our offense, it gave us opportunities. If our defense, that bend and break, and they would have scored 3 points and 3 points and 3 points, or maybe 6, it puts the game in a position where it's like, man, it's out of reach. But because of those important stops in a critical situation, it gave the Bears an opportunity. It gave Caleb an opportunity to go ahead and win that game.
To add on to how remarkable that is, I'll shout out Larry, who coaches basketball with me for our kids team. He brought this to my attention this week, and I didn't even know it. The Bears had not had a 3-and-out. If you take out T.J. Edwards' pick 6 at the start of the 49ers game,
Yep.
that certainly it counts as one.
Yeah,
but like
for
a true 3-and-out where like you force a punt.
Yeah.
Had not had one since the Browns game.
Yikes.
since the Browns game.
That's
Yuck.
amazing.
That's crazy.
And they look dead in the water at halftime.
What's the opposite of amazing? 'Cause that's what it is.
Yeah, it was so bad in the
Right.
first half. I kind of thought, I'm like, is this the Lions game, the second game of the
This
season?
is it.
50
Yeah,
burger
here we go.
situation?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the defense stepped up, and like, you hit the nail on the head. They weren't able to grind that clock, and time was on our side.
Yes.
That's how we were able to come back. But just incredible. And you talked about what does that mean to us former players. The last playoff game before this was when me and you played. 2011, we beat the Seahawks. That was the last playoff game.
Had a lot less grays back then.
Yes, me too.
Like 15 years ago?
Yeah, 15 years ago.
15.
2011 against the
15.
Seahawks,
Yeah,
beast
15.
mode.
It's a while.
Yeah. So that's the last time they've had a playoff win. But it means the world. Like playing for the Bears, incredible organization, the fans. Like you are royalty. You know, no matter how long you played, they know you, they love you. This city is diehard Bears. You know, obviously the Bulls and the Cubs and all this, but they are diehard football city.
You grew up in Jersey.
Jersey, yep.
You grew up in Boston. Oh, you grew up in Illinois.
Here in
Right.
Chicago.
I grew up in Northern California. I grew up a 49er fan. Okay. The moment that I got drafted to the Chicago Bears, I became a Bear for life, you know, and made that obviously. Well, I would say made the team. I could have got cut and I would have been, you know, whatever, but made the team.
Right.
But, you know, from that moment, I became a Bear for life, you know, and I think it that echoes for all of us here, you know, and it's not going to change, you know, that's not going to change. Like I'm sure if one of our boys gets drafted to a team, we're going to root for that team. Right. Yeah. But we will be a Bear for life. Yep. So when we watch our teams, it's not like, oh, I don't want them to do well. I don't want them to be better than what we were. No, I look at it just like I look at my kids. I want more. I want you to do better, greater than I've ever been able to do.
Win a Super Bowl.
Right. Do greater than what we've ever been able to do.
This city right now is on fire.
On fire.
Look, I mean, we have incredible
fire.
sports here. You know, the White Sox, the Cubs, the Blackhawks, the Bulls. But when it comes to the Bears, the city unites.
Yes.
You know, there's something electric. And then a win like this against a rival with Green Bay, I mean, it's just it's electric.
You know what it is, too? You know, living here and living and dying with all these teams my whole life, the thing is different about the Bears fandom is like I grew up a diehard White Sox fan, but when they suck, I can turn it off. You know what I mean? Like, and I have been lately. Like I'm able to turn it off and be like, look, I'm not going to waste my summer rooting for this team that keeps losing 100 games in a row. You know, for 3 years.
That's a lot of games.
But when you're a Bears fan, you don't turn it off. Like you might turn it off a little. Like you might dial it down a little bit. Like there's definitely some people jumping back on the bandwagon here with this playoff run, but they were never really off it.
They were never off it.
They were never off it.
But they do say certain things because of years of frustration.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's
It's
because
like,
they always
why
care.
am I a Bears fan? I don't understand why I
It's
put this
frustrating.
tattoo on my neck.
It's very frustrating.
Why do I
Very
torture
frustrating.
myself every year?
Every year. But we torture ourselves for moments like this.
Like this.
Like this.
And speaking of moments like this, that is why the Bears had to get a coach like Ben Johnson. For this very reason. You saw how bad that was. They got in the locker room. They probably got chewed out. They made the adjustments. You know, people can make adjustments all day.
Yeah.
But it's about getting the players to rally behind you. And Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen did that. And that's why they were victorious.
You can call a play. Any of us can call a play. We've all played in defenses from youth to the professional levels. But you can call a play, but how are you going to play it? You know, it's not about I've always been taught it's not about the call. Everybody runs cover 3, 2, 1, 4, all that stuff. How do you play it? Anybody can practice for, you know, where a guy's going to be, but they can't practice how he's going to be there. You know, and that's the difference. So when in that fourth quarter or in that second half, the way that they played, the defense created those 3 and outs.
Someone wanted to be the next one to make a play.
Woo!
A big play.
Talk to me,
They
Goose.
believed in themselves. They never got out of it. They never got down. They said, you know what? Yes, we got beat up a little bit, but we can come back. It's up to someone to go out there and make a play. And one person started making a play, and then the next person, and then the next person. Making plays is very contagious,
contagious,
with the Chicago
man.
Bears.
It
But
seems
right
like
now,
a-
they're a second half type of football team, and they're finding ways to win, and that's what I appreciate about this team.
Seemed like a Rocky movie. You know, you're Rocky Balboa. The Bears were Rocky Balboa, right? You're getting punched, Adrian, the whole time, and then all of a sudden they keep fighting back. They keep
Who we fight? We fighting Clever Lane or we fighting Drago? What we fighting?
Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn.
at the end. It's Matt LaFleur, Ben
On the
Johnson,
streets.
right?
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur's over there. Yep, we're beating them and all this, and they come back. But it's incredible to see, like, this for the blood pressure, for everything. Like, it is unbelievable. just the range of emotions with this game. It's like Spice reactions. Yes. Boy Spice Adams, right?
Yes.
From the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then in the fourth.
Yeah.
Thing of beauty, man.
I'm really happy that they will be in Cancun with the sun. So, congratulations
I'm
to
not
being
gonna
in
lie.
Cancun.
I could use a couple days in Cancun right now before next week's game.
Yeah.
I could use a couple days. Just-
Hey.
We'll be in Cancun after the Super Bowl.
That would
Exactly.
not
They can,
be-
they can tune into the next round from there, right?
Let's go.
Oh, we could have got him here, or you could have. Oh, no, you're on the beach, buddy.
on the beach. Can't
Guys,
beat it.
great stuff. A lot more coming up. Brick by brick after show. As soon as we're done here, and we are not close to done, but as soon as we are done, Jerry Azumah, Lance Briggs, and Greg Braggs will take you the rest of the way, and I can't wait to hear more of what you guys got to say. Steven, do we have any? Could we toss to like Cole Kmet here before the break? Because speaking of players that live and die for this team the same way that these three up here have. I mean, Cole Kmet is from Chicago, and I can't imagine what this meant for him beating the Packers in the playoffs. So here's Cole Kmet in the locker room after the Bears win.
We go Cole.
I mean, yeah, we didn't. It was just like, oh, we got to regroup, and you regroup, and it's not like we haven't done this all year. You know what I mean? So I know this is a little bit of a margin, but it was a lot to overcome. But we just took it one play at a time, and we just fought our way back. The defense played lights out, and we were able to get some touchdowns there at the end. I mean, yeah, it was awesome.
The quarterback at the very end.
Special. I mean, he was like floating on that one throw to Rome. I think when he hit that, we were all like, we're winning this game. Like, and that was like all right, we're gonna win this one. But yeah, I mean, he's a dynamic, special player, and awesome for him to show that on the national stage.
What allows you to buy into the whole, it's just one play at a time, even though you're down 18 at halftime?
Well, I mean, because that's the message since April. It hasn't changed. And every play matters, and your assignment, doing your job matters, and that's stressed, and that's highlighted. Not only the big plays that are made downfield by the guys with the ball in their hands, but by the guys on the backside of the play, what they're doing, and that matters just as much. And that's stressed, that's emphasized, and I think everyone in here takes it to heart.
Well, just in terms of what Ben said at halftime, he was talking about we have to stay aggressive, even with the fourth downs not hitting.
Yeah.
How does that tangibly come into effect in the third quarter when you guys do start converting, you start to win the ball? Just as far as
Yeah, well, we knew that was going to be a big part of the game plan coming in, just because we felt like the past few times we've been out here, especially against these guys, they've done a good job of possessing the football and keeping us on the bench, and kind of kills our momentum a little bit. So I think Coach felt like, okay, hey, maybe we go for it even on our 30, and even if we turn it over, our defense has done a really good job of holding teams to 3 points, or say they do score, they went right back out there, and we can pick up momentum again. So we knew that was going to be part of the game plan, and he didn't falter on that at all going into the second half. Yeah, I really felt the defense, like once they just started picking up those quick change of possessions there, it just felt like, all right, not like offensively you're getting in the groove a little bit and you're starting to get back out there more and tire their defense out a little bit. So I think the defense really set the tone on that end, and then DeAndre's touchdown was huge, a huge jolt to get it going, and then I think from there it just really took off.
well, so many
First tackle in a while?
I feel like I've had one every year. I mean, so Kevin can check. Kevin's a statistician, maybe he can check that.
I'll get on there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Well, so many of these comebacks have been when the ball's in the hands of the offense. What was it like today, watching it from the sideline and watching your defense close it out?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, obviously they came up with some big plays there at the end to kind of stay on the field, and then defense came up big, and it was cool to see the clock hit 0 and us be on the winning end of that. I don't think you can. It's just part of who we are, though. I mean, we're a resilient physical group, and I think that's shown itself from April up until now. And we really believe that. That's the message, and I think we've been really embodying that this year.
To win a home playoff game and another one, what does that mean to you guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great. It's nice knowing we're going to be home. I mean, that being home is huge. You know, you really think about it. And I mean, I was just thinking about this even on Friday, because if you're away, you really got to start planning for your away trip on Friday evening, just getting stuff together and all those things. And I was telling my wife when we went out to dinner on Friday, like, man, this is nice, like, that we're home. You know, it gives you the extra day. You can go in on Saturday, come home for a little bit, be able to pack for the hotel that night instead of having to pack everything on Friday. So, I mean, it's huge, and it just gives you a little bit more extra rest, and it doesn't hurt to have these other fans out there as well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Wait, time out. Okay. Great to hear from Cole. I'm gonna reset.
Congrats,
my brain.
Cole.
Greg just told me something we're gonna address here in a minute. That's gonna be my tease. I cannot believe what you just told me, but I love it. All right. Let's get our big money super chat. Let's go to
Lowe's
we got
6.
Lowe's, and then let's get Huss in here too. But Lowe's 6, $300 Toyota big money super chat. Toyota, let's go places. That is big time. He says, Carm, you're the best. Pat Norton, you're the GOAT. Can't believe this season.
Low 6 was at our tailgate last week, and Low
Okay.
6 is amazing. And I got to hang out and talk with Low 6, so appreciate it, Low 6. And you, dude, thank you.
But Norton getting goated already.
Patrick Norton is a GOAT, and I completely forgot about my instant reaction, Patrick Norton. My instant reaction was
I did too. Did he even ask us?
He asked at the start of the fourth quarter.
I
was
told
like-
him
I
a
was
couple
like,
weeks ago to just start like linking my Twitter for my
I'm
instant
sorry.
reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, well-
all right. This is what I was reacting to, and then we'll get to Huss's super.
Huss.
Oh, Huss is already on the screen. It's right there. My bad. Huss.
Huss, you deserve this, Huss. Huss. You never thought this was possible, Huss.
Wasn't he officiating the game or something today?
He was. We got him in there
I
tonight.
think we got $200 from
By
Huss.
the way, that not really a story tonight, the officiating.
It
Couple
would have
debatable
been
calls.
because they
those-
sucked at the end.
Okay.
That
We have-
offensive pass interference.
Is there 3 Husses? A total of 250? Am I seeing that right?
Whatever.
If there's
Well,
3
whatever.
Husses,
There's
Let me
3
read the one
Husses.
that's on the screen. We got.
three
Is that the one
Husses.
that's on the screen? Caleb is superior. That throw to Rome while getting it hit says it all. When our defense gets solid, I don't know who can beat this team. Adam, Greg, Carm, Steven, Jake, and Emma, thank you for a great year.
Do the one above that one. There's another 100
he
right
didn't
before
think
that.
Corey.
That's
It's all right, Huss.
Big move to point that out.
Didn't think Corey.
He meant to.
Another 100 from Huss. Well, coming to you from the ER. Don't even know what to say. I'm so happy right now. Bears win. I'm not worried at all for the next game. CHGO, my guys. Thanks for making this year so much fun. Bear down. There's like a 10% chance he actually is.
Why is he in the ER?
No, he's not in the
literally
ER.
in
He's
the ER, but I'm saying
smiling.
it's a 10.
I was like these super chats. It's like
Forgot
building.
about your boy, baby.
We were all
Speaking
in
of
the ER.
going to places right now, I just found out where Greg went during the players only segment. We just did this segment. It was like 15 minutes. It could have been much more than that.
What did you run over there?
And here's where Greg Braggs ended up. Sorry, I thought you had it ready, Steven. Yeah, okay. Here is Greg Braggs.
You ran to the bar?
Is you at Crossroads?
Ran to the crossroads?
This was during the players only segment.
That
Greg
Crossroads?
Braggs.
Shout out to my guy Luke and all the fine people over at Third Rail.
Oh, third round.
I stepped out on the back patio. I heard people singing and cheering and
then you ran
yelling,
over there?
and I was like, I gotta go. I'm leaving.
With those ACLs?
And I went over to the bar. and then I was just gonna buy a shot, and then I was like, everybody get a shot. I don't know
You
how
went
much I
full London?
spent. I spent a lot of
You
money.
just bought that whole, all those
my
people
God.
around?
I bought a lot of people around.
Jenny,
God, I hope Jenny's not
Sorry,
watching
Jenny.
right now.
Jenny's going to look at that.
It's an important night. And everybody, I couldn't just take a shot by myself. What am I, Stephen Glansberry? I had to take it.
Hold
I had
on.
to get a bunch.
All the videos you had holding your daughter hostage and she's not going to get any presents. And then
Well,
you
she
spend,
doesn't. She's about 15 years away from a shot. So everybody else got a shot.
No, I'm saying the amount of money you spent on
She
those
just
shots,
got on
but
the AB honor roll. She got a bunch of presents the other day. Don't
No.
feel bad
Oh, good for her.
You're threatening gifts, and then you're.
Yeah.
That
I think it makes sense.
Eddie, you're on a much better path than your father.
Shout
did.
out,
Eddie.
shout out to everyone at Third Rail. That was a
That's
lot of fun.
amazing. I can't.
Play Ben Johnson. I'm going back.
I think we need a break
yeah.
first. Then we'll play Ben. That's great. That was unbelievable. This show just keeps getting better.
Hold
and
on, we
better.
need one more big money super check. Because somebody put in a $218 one. Let's get that in here, Steven. 218.
18 for Caleb.
218 for Caleb. 84 for Loveland. 18
that's
to
pretty
84.
good.
That's a great move by our guy. I got Mad 7.
Yeah.
I got Mad 7. The doc says this is a new era. Shout out to our guys on Prime Stage. I don't know what that is. D2, whatever that is. Flashback 40 years. Bears own the pack again. Keep grading that cheese. Just the beginning. We're only going to get better. Good, better, and now best. Whoever was at the game with the cheese and the grater and actually
that was
graded the
amazing.
cheese.
How did you get a cheese grater in the stadium? And cheese.
That's true. Like, he had a real cheese grater. It's a good
He had
point.
a real cheese
which
grater.
could be considered a weapon.
They flashed to him. Also, we can relax on that. What are you going to do with a cheese grater?
I don't know. You can do a lot of damage with that.
Listen, but he still had to get it in.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, good job. And he's just.
Do you think you went
Amazon Prime flashes to this fan. And he's just literally grating cheese. In his
Do you think you went in the pants grater through security? How did you get the grater in?
And we're going to go to break now.
Hey,
Ben Johnson's
yo.
coming up next. But first.
Pants grater. Hey, shout out to our friends at Almost Home. They came to our tailgate today, and we'll be going to Almost Home next week because they've got chef-driven, elevated bar food that is locally inspired. The best smash burger going, straight delicious. The tavern-style pizza is amazing. Don't forget the games they've got. They've got pool. They've got darts. They've got big buck hunter. Shuffleboard, wall-to-wall TVs. Go watch the Bulls lose at Almost Home. Be a great place to do
Watch
that.
the Hawks win, though.
Hawks win. College football playoffs. Indiana, go watch them take it down. The Hoosiers are insane. Go watch anything at Almost Home because you're going to eat well.
They're going to win, by the way. I'll guarantee that right now.
Yeah, that's a thing. Daily specials, happy hour. That's actually worth your time. Some people do that fake happy hour thing. You get there, it's like $12 for a beer. They actually do a good job at Almost Home. Check them out. Almost Home Tavern, the corner of Clark and Grace, right by Wrigley Field.
And we got a new sponsor to tell you about. It's Huel.
Huel.
Everybody's got their protein goals. This takes care of it right here. We got the chocolate flavor. What's this one again? We got chocolate peanut butter flavor right here. I mean, this is like a meal right here. 35 grams of protein. It's going to get you set. Whatever your personal goals are. I mean, everybody's trying to hit that gym days, busy days. Actually, I had one of these on the way down today because I was in a hurry. I was trying to beat traffic, get down to the tailgate. I'm like, this is going to take care of my lunch. And it did. So Huel is where you want to check this out. And they have a great thing for you. First of all, 35 grams of protein. There's 27 essential vitamins and minerals in here. It's gluten-free.
Huge.
No artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors. Don't need any of that in there. And it's under $5 per meal. Check out the high-protein starter kit from Huel. It's the black edition, ready to drink. Plus, you got the chocolate powder. It's the first thing that makes it easy for me to stay consistent with your protein. Limited time offer right now. Get Huel's full high protein starter kit today. Our exclusive offer here, 20% off online with our code here at Bears20 at Huel.com/Bears20. New customers only on that. Honestly, it just makes your hitting your protein goals a lot less stressful.
All right. Where are we? Oh, to Ben Johnson we're going right now.
First, we want to tell people thank you to everybody that's joined us tonight. Huge audience. We've been blessed with 2 of these shows against the Packers this year to win. By the way, Caleb, I believe, is 3-1 against Green Bay now. Is that accurate?
Turning the tide.
So 2. They lost 2.
And Johnson said he won.
Year.
No, but
Oh yeah, they did lose 2. So he's 3-2.
But
but last game of the season. So in this,
But the other game against
Right.
the Bears,
Yeah.
the other one, so 3-2, he would be right. Okay, I think that's
winning record.
Yeah. Anyway, he owns.
It's unbelievable how all 5 games came down to the final play.
I know it is. Well, I did. Everybody at the tailgate today said, "What do you think is going to happen, Hoge?" And I said, "Well, we could fast forward to the last play of the game, and then you can flip a coin." I literally said that to everybody. Everybody at the tailgate who asked me that could attest to that. Thank you for being here, though. Hit that subscribe button. We've added at least 350 over that because we went over 101,000 on this show. So over 350 subscribers tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Please keep hitting that.
We do Bears shows all year long, 52 weeks of the year, 13 shows a week. So if you like Bears content, hit the subscribe button. If you like football content, hit the subscribe button. If you like any Chicago sports content, hit the subscribe button.
Speaking of that, shout out to the Blackhawks guys that did a post-game show.
They were phenomenal.
During the fourth quarter. No one had a harder job than they did tonight. The Cubs emergency pod, but those guys were trying to apparently they came back from playing a post-game sound from the locker room, right as the Bears took the lead, and they were cheering. They were like, "That's the greatest post-game presser ever."
I mean, but honestly, and we can get back to the Bears talk, and we will. But I do want to, champion what we do here at CHGO Sports, and that's why the subscriber count continues to climb here, and has been since the day we started this thing, and it's. But it is a testament. We have a breaking news pod for Alex Bregman. We have a post-game show for the Blackhawks. We have post-game show for the Bulls. The Bears are on a comeback, and now we're all here hanging out and celebrating. And, all due respect to everybody else in the city that does a great job covering the Chicago sports, but this is the only place you're going to find it where we go live right away. Doesn't matter what time, what day, weekend, night, 3 a.m., doesn't matter. We are always here for you. And that's why I'm proud to work here, and everything we've done in the last 3 hours is a testament to that. And now I want to go back to the tailgate.
I'll just add on to it.
Should we play Ben and go over to third rail?
I'm totally down. We should all go to third rail. How long has Ben?
Let me just say this about the tailgate, and then we'll get to Ben. Martin from the UK was the first guy that I talked to at our tailgate today. He flew in from the UK to go to this game. He's an accountant who can work from wherever, and I was like, Martin, great to meet you. When did you fly in? A couple days ago, and then I'm like, how? And he's like, if they win, I'm going to stay all week. And he looked at hotels are cheap here this time of year. I'm like, they are? Yeah, much better in the wintertime. Chicago's better city. The hotels go way up in the summer. He's like, I know. It's going to cost me $500 for the whole week. If they win, I'm staying all week. I'll see you guys next weekend. Martin, can't wait to see you at the tailgate next Sunday or Saturday or whatever it is.
One more thing before we get to Ben. Adam, this is something you called out the last few games. Everything's been coming down to the end, and you've been talking about Ben Johnson's clock management, trying to play it perfect at the end of the game where they're down, like in the Niners game, but trying not to give the other team too much time to score. And this
time
to
play both sides of it.
Right. And this time they didn't mess around. When they got the ball back, he missed the field goal. I'm sitting there, and everybody's like, "Oh, field goal ties it." Forget a field goal. Go win the game. And not only did they go down and win the game, they won it with 1:48 still left on the clock.
It was too much time, but they took the lead. You got to get the points first.
Right.
So, and no, it's a great point by you, Greg, because I feel like I think he learned from some of that and adjusted his strategy and understood that, it's great to prevent the other team, but maybe you're not there yet. Make sure you take the lead first.
Exactly. Got to get the ball in the end zone. Yeah. Sometimes too many coaches find that line where
48, it's first down, just start running the ball, right? Lead clock. Instead, nope, they win for the
Get your best plays, get in the end zone, and he did that.
Yeah.
We're going to play Ben here. I do know, because I've seen a little bit of it, the handshake, the post-game handshake, and I've seen some criticism on Twitter too.
Very weird.
And I don't want to overreact because mainly I don't know that I've digested it enough. My first instinct, though, is I got to be honest, I didn't really love it.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson kind of doing a flyby, blow-by of Matt LaFleur. I'm going to let that digest a little bit more. Maybe I don't know if he addresses it here in the postgame or not, but that did happen, and I just want to bring it up in case it does come up here in the postgame, and then maybe we'll address it a little bit later on in the show as well. But it was definitely sort of a weird handshake.
For those who haven't seen it, LaFleur was standing there expecting to have a normal handshake, and Ben barely shook his hand and just, as you put it, just flew right past him.
Go.
Yeah, and it was
like easy pass or I pass.
I mean, it was something that you really don't like the guy, which
he doesn't.
Apparently not. Nobody
really.
If
you go back to Cole when we had Cole on, and we asked him what he said to Ben on the last game, and he goes, "You go shake his hand." And he was joking with him, but you can tell just by Cole joking with him about that there is animosity.
Yeah, we just don't know. We just don't know why the animosity is, and or even if there is animosity, you still should. I mean, really,
sportsmanship, and you don't want to make a lot of enemies in the league.
You guys had a
great game.
You could even fake it. You won the game. I don't know.
I got a good golf buddy that's a big Packers fan, and when the Bears won, I texted him and said, "Sorry, man, it was a crazy win. Can't wait to golf with you
Great
again."
sportsmanship.
So I did the sportsmanship thing.
You're
I didn't tell him to go.
hero.
I wanted to text him, "Go F yourself."
Well, there you go. but you didn't. That's my point.
Right.
There's a difference between what you wanted to do and what you did.
Well, he's a better golfer than me, so I got to play the karma.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that are better.
And to Ben we go.
And on top of it, and by the way, on top of it, that's great. Sports hate it can be fun. And okay, he hates him. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here's Ben Johnson, his post-game presser after an incredible Bears win over the Packers.
Let's go to the bar.
So we ended up with two guys that we're concerned about injury-wise here. TJ looks like he has a fibula fracture, which will take him out for the rest of the season here. And then Ozzy sounds like he has a patella tendon, which will likely do the same thing for him. So we'll see what those guys are like tomorrow, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good for either one of those guys. Man, it goes without being said. That's just an incredible job by all the people in this building. Players, coaches, support staff, to do what they just did with the stakes as high as they were, and knowing that it's win or go home at this point. Down 21-3 at halftime, and defense bowing up like they did in the second half with a number of 3-and-outs, and then the offense coming to life, and finding a way to get us enough points in the fourth quarter there. I think that's 25 points in the fourth quarter was a huge deal, and it's really who those guys are now at this point. We got a group of guys that just they don't waver. The odds are stacked against us, and despite the fact we don't like that score at halftime, nobody does. No one envisioned the first 30 minutes going that way. And yet, we just keep plugging along, and we keep fighting, and we've proven that this year. That's who we are. That's what we do here at this point. So, with that being said, I'll go ahead and open it up.
And you've seen this all season. To see it again tonight, are you just amazed by what this team can do?
Yeah, I think it's our identity here at this point, and some people say it's not sustainable. I don't know. It's the takeaways are, that's who we are on defense, and, on offense, it's explosive plays. That's kind of what we've done all year long, and coming up in big moments. And as a team, it's just resiliency and knowing that late in the fourth quarter, that's really when we're at our best as a football team. So we'll keep striving to be better earlier in games and starting faster and all that. But that's it gives us something to work towards. But I can't be any more proud of this crew than I am right now.
When your team was down 21-3 at half, and obviously you've been in these positions before throughout the season, but understanding the stakes, what was your message to your players?
Well, the one thing that we had done during training camp was we had shown the film of the Atlanta and New England game and the Super Bowl from, was that 2016? I can't remember what year that was, but we have two players on our roster that were part of both those teams. Grady was with Atlanta and Joe Tooney was with New England, and it was just great to get perspective from both of those players of how that game went down. And I think it's just a good lesson to be learned that it's 28-3 in the middle of the third quarter, and yet the game still being played, and there's a lot of time left. And that was my message to the group, was just reminding them that this has been done before, and rather than saying woe is me and oh crap we're in a hole, it's more, this is a great opportunity for us to turn this thing around into a game that we'll never forget, and that's what they did.
Is that as emotional as you've seen Caleb this season, and how did you and him get on the same page?
Emotional during the game or after the game?
During the game, he was extremely emphatic on the sidelines and very vocal. Yeah,
it's something that we'll talk about. I think he and I both, we want to try to be as stoic and steady for our guys as we can be. And, I'll talk to him and see if he felt like he could have handled anything any better than what he did. But, we all came in with high expectations on how this game would go. we certainly didn't think, we'd have 4 possessions in the first half and only have 3 points to show for it. And so you do get a little bit disappointed when something like that happens, and yet you know that you're going to have opportunities down the road as well, in the second half, which we did. So as always, Caleb came through for us. He made some big time throws in some critical situations. Guys made some big catches. Guys up front protected. I mean, you get in that spot where you're down a little bit, and you got to throw it a little bit more, and you need the big guys to bow up and give us a clean pocket. And it took the entire offense to get that job done.
The one play at a time kind of mantra. I know you said that at halftime, just one play at a time. Is it hard in a playoffs atmosphere when you're down that much to get your guys to stay in that, to believe in it? And what allows this group to buy in and believe?
Yeah, well, I mean, every team's different, but certainly it seemed to resonate with those guys, and they did a great job. I mean, the only way you come back from a deficit like that is one possession at a time, trying to get more points on the scoreboard, continuing to hold them and getting the ball back for the offense. Special teams played a major factor in this game as well throughout. And so, I mean, you got no other choice. You're not going to get it all back all in one shot. And so, you just keep plugging along. And I think we had a couple field goals to get us going a little bit. And then the touchdowns eventually, broke the dam and ended up coming up big for us.
And what was different about your defense in the second half?
It's something I'll have to look at if we're doing anything different. I don't think schematically we weren't. We're sticking to the plan, but I do think our guys first half, we had some opportunities, and it's a really good offense on third down, and they certainly were in the first half, and that was kind of the story there for most of the game, I thought.
But it's obvious you won a playoff game in this manner. It's obvious you're going to be pretty excited. We don't see that kind of emotion from you at the buzzer as we did today. It's just, again, the obvious of winning a playoff game.
Yeah. There was probably a little bit more noise coming out of their building up north to start the week, which we heard loud and clear, players and coaches alike. So this one meant something to us.
Was there a concern in the third quarter when you finally forced the punt to settle for the field goals when you're in the red zone? You're thinking, you're going to run out of time if you don't convert those into touchdowns? Or?
Man, I'd be honest with you, I can't think back at every possession right now. So I can't. Maybe tomorrow I can reflect a little bit more on particular things like that. I apologize.
And Colston Loveland's really come along second half of the season. He just had the second best postseason game of a rookie tight end in NFL history. When did you know the light bulb was going on for him? And then how have you been able to change how you use him to kind of get this big performance here in the second half?
Well, he's a guy that, when we drafted him, he was still coming off the injury. And so it took us, he really missed the springtime. And then training camp, you're trying to be smart in terms of how you're acclimating him, not just to the offense, but physically, making sure his shoulder's good to go. And so it did take a little bit of time before we built that trust with him. Early in the season, you play a Flores defense, and he makes it a little bit more challenging to get the tight ends the ball sometimes. It's hard to dictate where the ball goes against him sometimes. And so a little bit of a slower start early in the year, and then it's just kind of picked up and it's clicked for us. And so I know Caleb has an immense amount of trust in him. He's a guy that he's one of the first ones in the building every single day. He's always studying his playbook while he's eating breakfast. He's always the last one off the practice field doing the jugs machine. He's been the model of consistency, which for a rookie, speaks volumes. And so as a coaching staff, I know we really believe in him, and he's really just scratching the surface of what he's going to become.
And Caleb got off to a slow start today, passing wise. How did you see him kind of just stick with it and persevere? Yeah,
well, I mean, we get down like we do, and you kind of for it. Well, we're going to have to throw it a little bit more, and if anything, that probably gets him into more of a rhythm, And so, it's a balancing act as a play caller, because I do feel strongly about our running game and the guys up front and our running backs, and it's been a big part of our identity on offense. So, but at the same time, I do love seeing Caleb getting that rhythm and that confidence up, and the more opportunities he has, normally the more explosive we become on offense as well. So, it was just one of those things. I think he just started feeling it there in the fourth quarter and made some big plays for us.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
So there was a nugget in there of a backstory of training camp that was fascinating.
That was awesome.
In training camp, we just learned Ben went over the Patriot-Falcons Super Bowl and the 28-3 incredible Brady comeback and Falcon loss. Grady Jarrett was a Falcon. Joe Tooney was a Patriot. And had them both speak about the experience of that game and how you're never out of games. That is a freaking cool thing to do. Yep. And realizing that those two guys were tied into it, I'm sure that was not a coincidence that he picked that game because of those two guys. That's amazing. And then his message at halftime was even cooler. That basically, look, this has been done before. We talked about this in training camp. This is a great opportunity, as he put it, to turn this into a game that we will never forget. And they went out and did it. Mm-hmm. Now that is a head coach. That is unbelievable.
That's why I said you pay the big bucks for a guy like Ben Johnson to deliver that speech. Not only that, because coaches talk all day. But to be able to do that in the locker room and then have the players actually execute out there, believe it, down to the wire. Because even when the offense was moving the ball in the red zone, what were they? Settling for field goals the first couple drives.
Yep.
Well, and then, defense was giving up some plays. Golden scored. But the belief of this team behind their head coach, Ben Johnson, it's awesome to see, honestly. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Well, and that's why a week or so ago, whenever I made this statement, and I believe it even more so now than ever, this team is going to win a Super Bowl here in the next 3 years, whether it be this year, next year, or in 3 years from now. This kind of ahead of schedule miracles that have happened this year, and now the playoff experience that you're giving a young team with a first-year head coach that's only going to get better. Everyone's going to bank on the luck running out or the defensive takeaways going away, but they're not taking into account how young this offense still is and how much more room for growth there is. They're not taking into account that, they have a lot of takeaways, but they've also had a litany of injuries. They have no pass rush. And so there are so many things that they can build on this team from what they've done this season, now winning 12 games in a playoff game, that so many people will point to the outlier years of Bears of past that were one and done, or point to teams that had a lot of takeaways and fell off the next year. But to me, they are more symbolic of what you saw from the Seahawks in 2014, where Russell Wilson's rookie year, they get, make a little bit of a playoff run, and then the next year they're playing with their hair on fire. I truly believe that they are now on a clear path to winning a Super Bowl here in the not too distant future.
And the thing is, I don't think it's unrealistic to think it could be this year, because anything is possible, honestly.
The Rams nearly lost today.
Yeah, Rams nearly lost today. At any given Sunday, that's why we play the games.
Yeah, playing at home next week.
You're playing at home, the crowd's rocking, you make adjustments. I mean, you could make an argument all day that the Bears have the best halftime adjustments of any team. What do they have, 7 comeback victories within one-score games at the end? They're winning those games.
Well, that's definitely a part of it.
They've won 7 games now where they've trailed in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah.
There were a couple of injury nuggets in there, and we got to bring in Adam Jahns to the show. But unfortunately, the Bears did suffer 2 season-ending injuries tonight. T.J. Edwards with the ankle, and it sounds like a patellar tendon injury for Ozzie Trapillo, who went out right before that last touchdown.
Brutal.
Kind of amazing if that was the injury that he walked off the field on his own.
No.
I mean,
usually people hit the deck and they're grabbing their knee.
That's incredible for Ozzie Trapillo. One little note on that, though. I mean, Theo Benedict has filled in already this year pretty admirably. He's not perfect, but I don't know that spot gets necessarily a lot weaker. And we should bring up the fact that Braxton Jones is ready to come back.
Yep.
He wasn't activated for this game just because they didn't really need him. But Braxton Jones has played a lot of football for this team, and while he's not perfect, he started a lot of games and been pretty solid. So the
2 good options.
The depth there at left tackle is still pretty good, and so don't forget about Braxton Jones.
In the run game, and it's not really a time to talk about that because that's terrible for Ozzie. But Theo's been the run game was better when Theo was at left tackle. So, all right, let's bring in I think the numbers bear that out, Hoge. I saw that look.
They're pretty good for a long time with Ozzy in there.
There he is. Clear Jahns.
All
No
right,
murky Jahns.
we'll debate that all week. To 2 Soldier Field, he was there for all of it. Toyota, let's go places. I just sponsored you. I don't know why, but hey.
You're sponsored.
I'll take it.
I don't know where you want to start here, but can you take us into the locker room? And was that, I don't know, how much jubilation, how much celebration, how much everything? Did you see something in there tonight that you've never seen before?
Well, yeah. Actually, Carm, yes, because it wasn't so much jubilation. Yes, some of that was there, the excitement. They just upset the Green Bay Packers, and albeit on their home field. It was an amazing game and another amazing comeback. But what's the best way to put it? Like, they were almost like, I don't want to say still angry, but it's clear that beating the Packers really meant something, especially with all the build-up to this game, with all the noise, as Ben Johnson called it, coming from Green Bay. All the noise that happened pregame where you saw the Green Bay Packers gather at midfield on top of the Bears logo twice. Like, that meant something to the Bears. That was insulting to the Bears. So some of that energy was still permeating in the Bears locker room after the game, questioning certain doubters or, taking issue with how the Packers will really behave before the game and all the trash they talk leading up to this game. Well,
maybe we're kind of reacting quickly to the handshake situation afterwards. Maybe some of that. I'm guessing there's more context to the blow by from Ben Johnson on that Matt LaFleur handshake. Did you get a chance to see that yet? I know there's a lot going on.
I've seen it a few times, and I would say probably what I just said. And I think Ben Johnson's part of that energy. Some of that trash talk, as Ben Johnson said, some of that noise was felt by the Bears coaches, was felt by the Bears players, and the Bears took issue with it going into this game. It wasn't a pretty game. We all know that. It was another amazing comeback. We all saw that. But all of that noise coming from Green Bay was felt, and I would argue that Ben Johnson probably feels like the Bears answered all of it.
Well, we took note of that on Thursday. Our show was about bulletin board material. We played some video from the players talking, and then we also have the defensive coordinator, Steven, if you want to play that real quick, and then we can all kind of react to this. But I thought it was, of all the things the players said, I thought what the defensive coordinator had to say, certainly it got my ears up, and I don't even play on the team, so let's just play it.
Like, what a blessing to be here for me and my family. So I appreciate that, and we are not going to be done. So I will see you guys next week.
Yeah, maybe not.
I thought that was funny then. I think it's funny now. Yeah, media. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's what I mean.
Thing on the lantern, whatever that is.
It felt a little
lectern. The lectern.
Johnsy, honestly, that felt a little over the top cocky in terms of trash talking during the week, and it's coming from a coach.
Well, I'll give you another anecdote, Braggs. In the locker room, there's a few reporters, myself included, talking to Roma Dunze while Olamide Zaccheaus is changing and getting ready, or getting, coming out of the shower, getting ready right next to us. And I asked Roma Dunze about, all the stuff that happened pregame with the Packers gathering at midfield. And Zaccheaus kind of scoffed at it. I don't think he was scoffing at my question. I think he was scoffing at the Green Bay Packers for doing that, because to me, then talking to other players in the locker room, that was something real. That was something felt. It's almost cliche to take trash talk and make it a story for media members. I'm sure we like some of this stuff, but it's real. Like, that was heard and felt in the Bears locker room. Like, everything said in Green Bay, all the actions, all the words, all the stories, that was soaked in by the Bears locker room. And I think you saw some of that energy come out after the game.
Well, and the Packers are now 0-2 after starting something on the field pregame, because they did it in Denver, lost. They did it here tonight against Chicago, lost.
But the thing is, I love it because this has always been a rivalry. But the past couple years, past 10 years, it really hasn't been. Right. But now you're like, okay, it can go either way, and the Bears have been in the favor their past 5 games. But I love it because now it's competitive. Now the juices are flowing. You got two coaches that seem like they hate each other. Couldn't get better than this.
It's the Bears' first playoff win since 2010.
I know.
And the last time, they're 5-25 since that season against the Packers, and they had an unbelievable record at Soldier Field. The Bears have finally even the stakes here.
Yeah, Ben Johnson said, "Hey, there's a new sheriff in town." But Jahns, I want to talk to you about at halftime, right? Ben Johnson talked about his speech to the team. And we were kind of talking about how Ben Johnson is the perfect coach for the Bears this year. What did you think about his adjustments and Dennis Allen's in that second half?
Can I just read you Caleb Williams' stat line? If we're going to talk about Ben Johnson's adjustments, I think we need to highlight what Caleb Williams continues to do for Ben Johnson in these key moments. And Caleb Williams said it himself after the game. His confidence in himself has grown because of his relationship with Ben Johnson, the one-on-one meetings that they've had. Having Ben Johnson have his back through all of this has emboldened him. It's encouraged him. It's helped his own confidence. So in the fourth quarter, Caleb Williams was 10 for 21 for 184 yards and 2 touchdowns for 110 passer rating. Mr. Fourth Quarter right here. If we're going to talk about Ben Johnson's adjustments, we have to talk about Caleb Williams, I think, succeeding through those adjustments. As far as the second half adjustments for the defense, a few of the defensive backs, Jaquan Brisker, Kevin Byard, both said they just felt like their coverage was better, and I think they felt it helped the rush get going a little bit. I think Kyler Gordon playing the entire second half probably helped. I felt like he got better throughout the game. The more he played, the better he looked. And just looking at some third down numbers let's look at the Green Bay Packers third down numbers. The first half, they're 4 for 6. They finished this game, the Green Bay Packers, 6 for 15. So the second half, the Bears defense got better on third downs. And that was a trend earlier in the season when Dennis Allen's defense was a top 10 defense on third downs. That got away from the Bears the past few weeks. Of course, the 49ers game stands out. But you saw that trend come back for the Bears today in the second half.
Yeah, it's just a lot of this stuff doesn't even make sense. It's just incredible. I want to bring up Colston Loveland, though, because this is something that matters in the now and in the future, because I've now seen two analysts that two analysts I respect a lot. One of them sitting next to me, Corey Wootton, bring up Travis Kelce's name.
You're too kind.
Yeah, no, not you. But I was watching JT O'Sullivan's breakdown last week from last week's game, and on one of the routes Colston ran, he's like, "That looks like Travis Kelce. That looks like." That looks like the way how he does. He just does things that other tight ends don't do. And in the middle of the game today, you said the same thing. Jahns, I know you had some notes on what Colston was able to do, but this seems like it's just an enormous development, not only for what he's given this team the last few weeks, but going forward into the future.
15 targets today. That's unbelievable for the rookie tight end. 15 targets, 8 catches, 137 yards. And it's now I'm at the point in the press box where I'm watching Colston Loveland on almost every pass play because of the separation he creates. That's something that goes back to our conversations with Ryan Poles, after the draft. That was the separating point for him, the literal separation that Colston Loveland can create when he's in the secondary and becoming a problem for the defensive backs. You're seeing that week after week after week. Colston Loveland, guys, averaged more than 17 yards per catch tonight. That's insane. I mean, it's honestly hard to comprehend because I don't think the Bears have had an offensive player who I would consider potentially top 2, top 3 in his position down the road. Colston Loveland shows signs of that every single week. Is he the best tight end in the league right now? No. But he looks like it. Looks like he has the potential to be. Next year, 2 years from now, that's the type of talent you're seeing every single week from the Chicago Bears.
And Colston Loveland, to think about this, he had over 700 yards receiving this regular season, and he didn't even get the rock the first 6 weeks.
Right.
That's the incredible part about it.
From the second half of the season on, he's been one of the best tight ends in football statistically, like right behind the tight end out of Arizona. That's Trey McBride. Like, yeah.
Let's underline too on the Loveland thing. The Bears never pick the guy first who's supposed to go second or third. Tyler Warren should have been the first guy, right? They never would ever get this right. They would never pick a guy.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like Tyler Warren was supposed to be the first.
Yeah, I don't think that made sense, but I do understand your logic.
And he might still have a very good career. But the Bears never identify talent and take it ahead of the guy and get it right.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's
by the way, the other guy's good too, but this guy might be incredible.
Ben Johnson wanted him. Poles trusted Ben and his evaluation and how he would fit in the offense, and all of that coming together is very unbear-like. That's all I'm saying. Johns, you're not in your head, right? You get it.
I just think of like all the recent success that you see in the NFL and how valuable tight ends are to these offenses, whether it's Travis Kelce in Kansas City, Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady called Colston Loveland mini Grock in a game. Like, that is something I don't think has been discussed enough. Like, if that's not an endorsement of Colston Loveland's potential, I don't know what is. Like, you could go on with Mark Andrews in Baltimore. Like, all of these explosive, productive offenses have tight ends like Colston Loveland in them.
In fairness, though, Adam Shaheen was also called Mini Gronk, too, at one point.
Yeah, but that was from like teammates talking out, not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
That's a good job by Bear Down 2025. Thank you.
Yeah. But I think, honestly, Colston Loveland might be one of the fastest, most athletic tight ends in the league. I mean, him one-on-one on Quay Walker today, good luck, Chuck. Like, Quay Walker could not run with him at all.
Well, yeah, like that 2-point conversion, too. Yeah. I mean, all this dressing, all this stuff, and they're really just running the speed out and just on a mismatch against a safety.
I would also add in on the Loveland thing. They need him. Yeah. Rome Odunze is not himself right now. DJ has not hit the highest levels, although tonight was a hell of a recovery, getting in the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown, all that. But they need Loveland, and he's delivering. So like that adds on to it to me.
Yeah. Hey, Johnsy, I want to ask you this because I know the press box isn't necessarily like you can't fully hear the energy or the sound of the fans out there, but like when you're actually in it. But, when the Bears took the lead and then the defense had to go back on the field, I know I was sitting here being like, this better be the loudest the stadium's ever been, ever. Take us inside the stadium, what you saw, what you felt from the crowd, the atmosphere, and how much we need to credit Danny Parkins, who was apparently sitting in the first row.
It's snowing again at Soldier Field, by the way. This is the best way I could describe it. You could feel when the Bears took the lead, this place was shaking. The press, I have never felt in my entire career covering this team for more than a decade, the press box shake, ever. So I literally took a video of my water bottle, like on the ledge here. I'll share it later. You just reminded me of it. It's like that Jurassic Park, right? Like where you can see the vibration stuff. Like it was unbelievable. I had never felt energy that much inside Soldier Field, just in terms of, well, quite literally the building shaking, the United Club where the press box is located, like it's shaking. I've never felt that in my entire career covering the Chicago Bears, and I felt it tonight when the Bears took the lead over the Green Bay Packers in the final 2 minutes.
Man, with all the troubled parking over there and not enough transportation, it was amazing that they all got to the game tonight. I don't know how they were able to celebrate at Soldier Field.
I know they build those cantilevers, the cantilever.
What a terrible place
to have some give, right? That's like part of the design. But like last week when Kevin Byard got the interception against the Lions, Jahns knows I was sitting right in front of where the press box is. And to his point, I'm sure it was much worse today, so more noticeable. But it was shaking. Like, you could feel it. And it made me nervous. I was like, we got to take cover here? But that's how they're designed. The stadiums are designed that way.
Hey, Johnsy, where to from here? How high is up?
I think you can dream as big as you want. Why not, Carm? Like, this team is never out of it. Like, at one point during this game, like, I just stopped tweeting, and I'm almost just appreciating what I'm watching because it was almost unbelievable. Like, I kept telling myself, I can't believe they're still in this. Like, there's still 13 minutes left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Like, they have more than enough opportunities ahead of themselves to pull this off. At 21-3 in the second quarter, like, you felt down about the Chicago Bears' chances. You really did. But when the defense came out playing the way they did, you could see the momentum shift. This building got louder and louder and louder. Special teams, Hoge, I know you saw it. They contributed too, right? The Bears' special teams were a lot better than the Packers' special teams today. And then the Bears' offense finally got on board. Carm, dream big. Why not dream big? Like, how could you?
I'm sorry. Who gave up in the press box after when Matthew Golden went in with 6 minutes to go?
Well, I can call out one person because Pat Finley texted me about Alex Bregman signing with the Cubs. Like, I gave it crap. Like, in the middle of the game, I'm like, "What team do you cover?"
Do you know what we saw in the press box elevator on the way down? Tom Ricketts. So big night.
Like after the game?
After the game, he was in the same press box elevator. Kevin, our friend from WGN, goes, "Hey, Tom, big night, huh?"
Yeah.
Didn't even bring up, Bregman, the signing. It was all about, what a game, unbelievable game. I think those not his exact words. I'm paraphrasing.
Signed a pretty big check in the middle of that win, huh?
Doesn't it feel, though, like John's like, I kind of anticipated in this game that the Bears were going to turn the corner just because they had lost 2 in a row. They hadn't lost 2 in a row, since the beginning of the year. And then they come out, they're down 21-3, and they're going for it on their own 30. They don't get it. I was furious at that call. And it just felt like they were like kind of giving up on the season at that point. And everybody was like, well, the defense. Yeah, but the defense ended up getting stops in the second half. So my question is like two. One, do you think they're going to have a different mindset on trusting each other, in this next game? And two, do you feel like that have they reached their peak and we just kind of have to accept what it is? Or is there second or third win coming where they're going to play good football? Because we all know you can't count them out for 4 quarters, but at what point are they going to have a game? It feels like 2 months since they've played a full game outside of the Browns game, which whatever, I don't know what to expect. I just hope that they can play better than what they have here the last few weeks.
Braggs, I would agree with you. When they went for it on that 4th down, I think they're on their own 32.
Yeah.
It felt like desperation seeping into the game plan for Ben Johnson, and it felt like he was giving up on his defense when, I don't know, there's just still opportunities. They had 3rd down opportunities to get off the field against the Green Bay Packers, so I felt that was a desperate move early on in the game from Ben Johnson. I forget what you said after that. to be honest,
please tell Greg they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Right? Can I expect them? Is this game what it's going to be the rest of the year, or can we expect them to maybe play better for 4 quarters?
Yeah, I know what I was thinking. I would like to think, Braggs, that the Bears have one more game in them, like they had in Philadelphia against the Eagles, where they're physically imposing up front, where it's a win that doesn't give us heart attacks. You don't have reporters in the press box deleting the leads of their stories. I've learned my lesson. I didn't write anything until this game was over. I've learned my lesson covering this team. Did not put one word in my Word document about this game until the game was over. I would believe that Ben Johnson would believe they have a game like that still left in them. When that happens, I don't know. I think if one thing, the Bears are proving that this way of winning, you could argue it's not sustainable, but right now it does look sustainable because this is just who the Bears are. You can't count them out. You can't count them out whatsoever in games like these because they have Caleb Williams, they have Colston Loveland, players who Ben Johnson says all the time will come through for this team in the most crucial moments in these football games.
They won the game. We're on 4th and 1 down, whatever they were down at the time. They passed the ball rather than handing it off. DJ Moore fell down. Caleb threw a pick. Everybody died, and they still won this game. I mean, that felt like the end at that point. There was
6 moments in this game that felt like the end.
Yeah,
it's maybe more. I don't know.
Guys, they won the game. It's honestly still unbelievable. They won the game by going 0 for 3 in the first half in the red zone. There's free footballs laying on the ground. Jervon Dexter can't recover it. There's another one on a kickoff. Caleb Williams throws 2 interceptions. He hasn't thrown 2 interceptions to dating back to like his 3rd or 4th start, I think, against the Indianapolis Colts last season. And like that's a rarity for Caleb Williams to have that many turnovers. And yet they still miraculously, I don't even want to call it a miracle anymore because this is the Chicago Bears. This is what they do this year. They pulled this game off by still fighting.
Jervon Dexter Sr. did a cannonball on the football trying to recover it.
Well, you know, because earlier this year he had a chance to fall on a fumble. He tried to pick it up, and he didn't get it.
Well,
and so this time he's like, I'm going to fall on it. And then he fell on it too hard.
Let's do something in the middle of all that. Domofsky tweeted, the Bears became just the 3rd team in NFL history to score 25 or more points in the 4th quarter of a playoff game, joining the 1934 Giants and the 1992 Eagles.
Wow.
Only the 3rd time ever a team has scored 25 or more points in the 4th quarter of a playoff game, and they did it tonight.
And against their rival.
Wow.
Icing on the cake.
And
All right,
Adam, what was the other storyline coming in? Like the intrigue with Matt LaFleur's future, right? Like that was one of the storylines coming into this game. That's going to be a long plane ride, even though it's like 45 minutes back to Green Bay for Matt LaFleur.
I'm wondering if we're going to have some news break in the middle of our Hoge and Jahns tomorrow, which we're going to be doing at 11 a.m. live on YouTube before the.
They want John Harbaugh. They better.
What's your gut say, Johnsy? Do you fire a coach like Matt LaFleur?
Like
he's greener on
if
the
he
other
asked
side.
me that in the second quarter, no, his play calls look pretty good in the second quarter, but now, like.
Bad second half.
Yes. I mean, that was a bad second half. He only has 1 year left on his contract. Ed Policy, the new team president, wanted this to play out, where he can make a decision after the season. And this is the last thing you get to evaluate, like a legendary, historic 4th quarter collapse by the Green Bay Packers against their hated rivals, the Chicago Bears.
Which has been the story for this team.
Who should Bears fans be rooting for tomorrow? If the Eagles beat the Niners, then it'll be the Rams. If the Eagles win, it'll be the Eagles. Who do you think the Bears look better against?
No, I don't know. The Rams didn't look too good today, and I've been on the Rams train for a while. I think they're a pretty complete team, but the Panthers had their opportunities. Yeah, they really did. So I got to give that more thought. But just looking at maybe it's recency bias, but maybe the Rams right now.
When I said this on Hoge and Jahns on Friday, look, they were only 3-3 coming into the playoffs, the Rams. They hadn't beaten a playoff team since they beat the Seahawks back in mid-November. They seem like a team that kind of peaked a while ago. And their special teams has been dog crap all year. They fired their special teams coach a few weeks ago. They gave up a block punt tonight. Or earlier today. So it's I think both, honestly, I think both scenarios at home, which goes back to the Eagles sitting their starters last week. The fact the Bears have a home game, they'll have a chance. Johnsy, we'll let you go. We'll let you get back to work and writing. 11 a.m. tomorrow. We'll go take a nap and then get on the old YouTube stream tomorrow live. Can't wait to talk about it.
Take a nap. I'll just be waking up.
I know.
See you, boys.
All right, see you, Johnsy.
Our general manager, the biggest Bears
Did you
fan
just
of all
drive
time.
in here? Oh, Jake went to the game. Sit down.
Jake, what's up, baby?
This is our general manager, Jake Flanagan.
Yeah, Jake.
Who was at the game.
Guys.
I didn't know you went.
I didn't know I was going to go. I went, and you were trying to describe it. It's like, when you hear a stick of dynamite in the distance around the 4th of July, it's just boom. It was like there was 10,000 sticks of dynamite when that comeback was happening. The offense did what they did. I mean, you had Swift, you had Zaccheaus, you had DJ Moore, and then the defense somehow, some way, stopped that. And the entire place, I'm sitting next to a Packers fan, sitting next to 2 Bears fans. It was incredible. Walked the tunnel back, walked across the tracks, walked all the way back to the tailgate lot, and it was like this entire city is on fire right now in the best way. And I'm so glad that we're all part of it.
Jeez.
I will stop there.
Hold on. I need to do some logistics here. Did you buy a ticket at the last second?
Yes.
Did somebody give you a ticket?
Yeah.
How you bought a ticket?
I made the decision.
I don't care what you paid for that. It was worth it.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I had a great time. It was an electric moment, and I've never seen the Packers lose to the Bears in my life in person, whether covering or at the game as a fan. And the last time I saw the Bears wear all blue, it was the first time they wore all blue in Champaign against the Packers, and Favre and Donald Driver kicked their butt. But tonight, the Bears wearing all blue, and all the sins of the past are gone.
They got to wear it next week now.
Fine.
You got to go blue on blue next week.
We got to shout out the GM on his own at the tailgate, doing all the organization.
He's fired up.
He's like, you know what? I'm going game time. I'm buying a ticket, and walked his ass over there, and now it's just like showing up now 8 hours after the game. That's amazing. I'm proud
Did you
of
walk here?
I did drive here. And the city's, that's awesome.
Well, there's still some Portillo's here for you. By the way, shout out Portillo's.
Shout out Portillo's.
You got the whole deal on what they. I know there was like a DJ Moore order or what was going on.
They gave us the DJ Moore special, but Portillo's is the greatest. Everybody knows it. But they fed us tonight. We had the Italian beef. We had the chicken tenders. We had the chocolate cake was fantastic tonight. The perfect cut fries. So shout out to our friends at Portillo's who have been supporting us through. They support us in the Cubs playoff run, and they supported us tonight. Hopefully they'll support us again next week. We appreciated it, Portillo's, and it was delicious. Fantastic. I had 3 beef sandwiches they were like third. So I went a little crazy, but I needed it. It was a tough game. You had to stay nourished. Thank you, Portillo's.
Well, thank you to Portillo's, and thank you to everybody sponsoring the show, including our last 2 sponsors that we still have to get in here on this show. We got Brick by Brick coming up. Brick by Brick after show coming up, and we'll get your super chats here. I know we got a bunch of those before we close out, but first.
Hey, thanks for the...
Hey, shout out to our friends at Sunnyside Dispensary. Nothing like getting towards the end of the post-game show and to think about a visit to Sunnyside to elevate the rest of your Saturday night, Sunday morning, your football season, your baseball season coming around, your hockey season still going on. Sunnyside, your home for judgment-free shopping, 100 different strains to choose from. Straight, every strain that you could possibly want, every flavor is there for you. You can order online, which is what I would do, but if you want to go in store, there's a million options for you across the state, Champaign, in the city, in the suburbs, all over the place. And you can get some expert guidance from the staff there. They will hook you up. Enter the promo code HICHGO at checkout or tell them that in store, and you get 50% off. 50% off your first 3 online purchases. Sunnyside Dispensary, Bright Buys every day, only for 21 and older or Illinois medical card holders.
And if you haven't noticed, and I'm sure you probably have, the winter's bearing down on us here. We hope your home's heating is up for the challenge, and to make sure it is, that's why you want to call 4 Seasons. 4 Seasons got you covered for a lot of different things. Plumbing emergency, you call 4 Seasons. Electrical emergency, you call 4 Seasons. If you need a hot water tank installed today, you call 4 Seasons. Now is the time to schedule your 4 Seasons furnace tune-up. At 4 Seasons, they're going to guarantee you same-day installation on all your heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, and generator needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. You can save up to $4,000 right now on furnaces and comfort systems with 4 Seasons. Furnaces start at just $39 a month. You want to go furnace AC, already thinking towards the summer. $57 per month. Call today, save $50 from your trusted local experts. 4 Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. They've been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years. Visit 4seasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That is 4seasonsheatingcooling.com. Just in case you didn't know. All right, we got supers. We got a lot of them. As always on these post-game shows, thank you for being here. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, because we're going to be, first of all, we're not done tonight. Brick by Brick after show's coming up. Hoge and Jahns tomorrow, live at 11. We'll stream live, talk about it, take you right into tomorrow's playoff games, which I can't wait for. And then Monday, we're going to be right back here every day this week, talking about whoever the Bears end up playing. And we think, look at those subscribers going up. Thank you very much. That is just flying. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. As far as super chats here on these post-game shows, we always go big money supers first. Every super makes it on the screen, but there's so many of them we can't read them all. But if they're big money, usually 20 or over.
Before we get to the super chats, my good friend Justin has a present for you, Corey, that said only open if they win.
Ooh.
So this is for you.
Only open if they win.
Celebration pillow. Let's go!
That's fantastic.
I love it. It's like Christmas.
It's a new binky for you. You can drool all over it.
Thank you so
Comfort
much.
pillow out of here.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration.
Just made Steven really nervous throwing that near the camera.
Good job giving the proper
Gotta
size
trust
there
me.
too.
Oh, I love it,
Finally
though.
get a
Yeah, it's
cover
more
on it.
Woot sized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one was like a brag size for those little arms
You
over
just
there.
calm down over there. You just calm down over there. You just calm down over there.
All right, what's our Steven? Help us out. What do we got here? Big money.
goat. Let's get the
Oh,
goat
the
in there.
goat. We always. I have a mental note I am so bad about because he's in the United Kingdom. Anytime he super chats his big money super, we got to get to it.
Look at that dog.
200 because now he's waking up tomorrow morning. It's 6:30 in the morning there. Anyway, goat $200. Hey, it's 5 a.m. and now I'm gonna go to sleep anytime soon. One of the greatest Bears wins in my lifetime, and I'm an old fart. The last 2 minutes were excruciating. Been with you guys since the Bears audible with Will and Nick, probably in the first 100 subscribers. FGB. That's why he's the GOAT.
Way to go, goat.
That is why
you
he's
are the man.
GOAT. Absolutely.
Harmonica.
Luke, $50. Kyler Gordon is not healthy. Should he be shut down? We can win the Super Bowl since God is our co-pilot. Again, thanks to Pope Bob. I don't know if you guys saw Nick McLeod earlier in the game. I'm going to go with Kyler Gordon.
Well, let's just hope that Kyler can somehow get 5% better between now and next week.
Well, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson could still come back. It's a concussion.
That's
He
true.
missed a game.
Seemed like a very significant concussion, so there's no guarantee he'll
Maybe.
be back, but that's a good
It's
point.
on the table.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And that would certainly help. Robert Patterson, $50. Lost my mom in April. She was due to retire in May. She's the one that made me a Bears fan in the 06 Super Bowl run. She told me about the 85 Bears. A part of me wishes she was here to witness this team, but maybe she's the reason for the miracles. Bear down.
Sorry
for your loss.
Sorry for your
Well
loss,
said,
Robert.
Robert.
Condolences to you and your family. Thank you for bringing your mom to life right here. That's a beautiful thing.
Well, and I think probably a lot of Bears fans tonight are thinking about people that they've lost in their life that would have loved being here. I put the JD shirt on earlier today thinking about JD, and I've had numerous texts come in from some of Jeff Dickerson's friends and neighbors tonight that have sent me photos that they're wearing the same shirt. JD would have loved covering the game tonight. So I was thinking about him before the game, after the game, and so shout out to all those people if you're watching. I know here on set too, Carm, people we've lost even this year. They would have loved this, but they're celebrating up above.
This is true. I lost my dad this year, and Freddie Carman will be shouting out a good Gale Sayers today, and Dick Butkus, and hey, he was born in
Virginia.
1925. He might even give you a Sid Luckman out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Power of sports, family,
Virginia
togetherness.
Yeah.
Mongo.
That's what it does.
Now there, if you believe in that stuff, what that
Mongo.
guy's doing up there right now is pulling some major strings.
He's getting to the quarterback. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. Mr. Freeds, $50. I was a non-believer. My Oura Ring dialed 911. That might be true. I now believe in the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, and Santa. Thank you guys.
Hey,
it's fantastic.
This is a suspension of belief season. There's no doubt about it. But let's remember, they're earning it, man. They are believing in themselves, and that's why the craziness has been happening.
Peter Lugo, $50. Hoge, Carm, Braggs. I told you all at midnight on the postgame week 1 we could do it and be here. I let my 8-year-old son stay up for the game. He's already a diehard fan. Bear down from North Carolina.
Shout out to you for being right, Peter, and being a great dad.
Javen Terry, who's been with us a long time, $50. Iceman, Caleb officially owns the city. He's just getting started. I would also like to take this time to call out all the Bajent stands that thought he should be the starter over Caleb. Only those loyal to Caleb get to enjoy this.
You dunk on him, Javen. A.K.A. me.
Robert, $100 from Robert. I love you all. Go Bears.
Thank you, Robert.
Another 50 from Huss. Huss. He sends us lots of super chats.
Huss. All night I want to hang with Huss. That's right. Huss probably not going to sleep till 6 a.m.
He's out his boy Woot.
Huss is going to sleep on Wednesday. Let's be honest.
Huss doesn't sleep. Huss will be.
Wore my Briggs jersey.
That should be a shirt.
Wore my Briggs jersey in Vegas. Win. Wore my Azumah jersey tonight. Win. CHGO royalty for the win.
Thank you, Huss.
You know, I gotta say, if we're
got beat up out of my.
If we're going the jersey route, I did dig up the Hester jersey in Vegas.
And you wore the Urlacher jersey to the tailgate today, which I thought was an elite Hoge move.
I did. I went full
That was a
Urlacher.
stunning decision by you.
An elite
You're
Hoge
not normally
move.
a jersey guy at the tailgate. I don't think you've ever worn a jersey at the tailgate.
I don't know that
And why wasn't Patrick Norton at the tailgate today?
Yeah.
What's his problem?
Well, you know, he doesn't like you.
Maybe you want to.
Was he taking down the Christmas tree lights?
Guys, I was feeling some old school, like Adam Hoge in college. Like, I lived in a house full of Packer fans. These idiots are still in my text messages. They're now crying about how Matt LaFleur should be fired tonight. And I was feeling it earlier today. They were texting. They were talking smack just like the Packers were. And I went downstairs. I went in the storage bin I have of my old jerseys. I pulled out the Urlacher jersey. And I'm like, you know what? This game today, it's Bears-Packers. It's playoffs. This calls for this moment.
Well, and
I went Urlacher.
Honestly, it was kind of, you could feel it building here over more than building. And I honestly just put it out here a few minutes ago. The last 5 weeks, there has been certain Wisconsin personalities, Green Bay personalities, content creators, Packers content creators, Packers players, Packers coaches the last week. Fine. They control their own destiny. They're on the team. But just from the talking, the yapping that's been going on the last 5 weeks from Ben Brust, Peter Bukowski, whoever else, I get it, man. You got to play to your base. Yeah, stick it to the other team, and dunk on them as much as you can. But I'm a big karma believer, and I don't typically go down the road too much of pounding my chest before things have happened. I don't write checks that the team's got to cash typically, but I'm also very superstitious. And I'd be lying if I didn't say, as that was all unfolding, like, you guys kind of got what you paid for there because you guys been running your mouth for 5 weeks, and now you're going to have to deal with some pretty insufferable Bears fans for the entire offseason. And I won't feel bad for any of you for the bantering that you're going to receive for a long time. The rivalry is here. You've certainly had your say in it for a few decades now. We understand what's going on, but things have evened out, and you guys have been talking a lot of crap, and now you've got this.
Yeah, I think we should just play that Kirk Cousins meme for them.
This was the
you like that?
You like that? That was the Braggs drive-by handshake.
Yeah. That's the truth, though.
Hey, whoever edited that, remember the video from a couple weeks ago where someone edited all like the live streams that were the Packers?
They're going to
live
be
streams?
epic. This one,
and it edited
this
all
one is
with
gonna
the
be
highlights. Whoever did that last time, please do it again, and please have it in my inbox. But my inbox, I don't know, my Twitter feed, whatever. Mail it to me, snail mail.
The other,
I can't wait to watch it tomorrow.
I agree with that, but like the one in the season was so much fun because, like, the season wasn't on the line, even though it was. Like, the division was on. There was things on the line that we didn't realize in the moment. So it was
The whole game was on the line.
To me, that game was more fun than this one because this one is playoffs, go home. It's either off season tomorrow or not. So like, I honestly did not have fun for any second of that game, all the way into the end. I didn't. Like, that was not fun at all. Like, even the final play, like, not blitzing. How many times, like, with the Hail Mary, right?
Yeah.
They went
I was
three-man
thinking
rush.
Hail Mary.
They went three-man rush, and I'm like, you're just expecting them to, and then they don't. So, like, I didn't have fun throughout that whole thing. So if I didn't have fun, I know Packers people, like, it's even worse. I can only imagine how bad that cut-up's going to be for the live watch-along Packer content
My guy
creators.
Chris, who never shuts up in our text, I think he tweeted, "This is fun," or texted to me 5 times, "This is fun," just to rub it in. Well, how fun was the ending?
let's get the rest of the supers in here, but I do have one other comment because my brother was here watching tonight, and he is a unique bird who was in his own world.
Me and him could not be more opposite sitting next to each other watching the game.
Braggs was sitting on the opposite side of everybody alongside my brother, and I'm like, what is going on in there? I'm like, this is fantastic entertainment that I can't participate. So I do need to hear about that after.
I have to be honest. There was a few times I almost killed him.
I'm sure.
Asking you questions.
100%.
He was asking
what was going on, and I said to Hoge, I'm like, this is my revenge right now. This is phenomenal.
My favorite moment with your brother tonight was they win the game. The game is over. We're all like running around, like trying to start the show. Everybody's happy, and he's still watching the TV and all the replays of the last play. So mad that Kyler Gordon tried to catch the ball. He was like, "What are you doing? They could have popped up in the air, and then they could have caught it." I'm like, they won the game. It's okay.
But now it's like there was moments I almost killed him. But then when they won, I'm like, all right, you can watch any game with me for the rest of your life. Because now it's like a superstition thing.
Yeah.
Because like Kevin Koenig went to the game and he told me in the tailgate, and I was so mad at him. I'm like, dude, you have to be next to me because he was for the last Packer game.
Well, that's why when I knew we were going to be busy or not, but like Dave was here for the last big win. I'm like, we need you tonight. You got to be here, and he came through. He got it done.
All right,
Jackie's got to come back.
Oh my God!
All right, let's get through these so Braggs can start brick after brick and Bears after dark, whatever the hell the show's called.
He doesn't know what it's called.
He has no idea any programming.
I love our shows; they're great. James Doherty, $50. LFG, the Bears D turned it around after having. After I have whatever you said at the half. That was the best second half I've seen in a long time. You're right, James. That Bears defense sucked, and then somehow they played a much better second half.
I'm sorry. I love all our super chats, but it really, I'm sorry. I do get a kick out of it when they spend that much money and they don't spell things right.
It's fine. You did a great job. Devin Harryman. Devin
Harryman. Devin the Hairy Man.
Look at this one. Harry Yan. $53 from the Dev Dog. Yo. This super chat money is to buy a glitzy gripper for Braggs. I don't know if I should have read that. Everyone deserves the right to enjoy a momentous with some glizzies. Get in there, Greggy. Get yourself.
Is anybody monitoring these?
The glizzy gripper. Give me some aggressive.
Sounds. My turn to walk into something, I guess. $50 from Jeremy. Channeling my inner Nick Wright.
All right.
Never a doubt, although I did change up and put my Rex Grossman jersey on at halftime.
I fully expect, and I know we got to go, but I fully expect on Monday, we'll see, but yeah, Kyle Brand has this bit on Good Morning Football.
Oh, yeah, where he brings back
I have a feeling that 14 of my tweets are going to make that
I hope he just does the whole segment on you.
It really could be. It might take 2 hours to go through the crying I was doing on Twitter.
It'll be good promotion.
It's a reverse jinx.
All right, Dudeski, $20 says this has healed 15 years of trauma. F the Packers.
Congratulations.
It does feel amazing. I'm not gonna lie. What else? Anything over 20? How about Joseph? This might be a good way to end it. It's just him screaming, "Ah, go Bears! Ah!" That's a great super.
Oh my gosh!
All right,
I cannot believe this.
Well,
come to the tailgate next week.
I know we get another week of this. It's gonna be fun. We also get to watch 4 more playoff games tomorrow.
I'm so excited to watch playoff games tomorrow with the Bears still alive.
Saturday games are the best.
Briggs, I'm trying to end it. Your guy who hosts the show, he keeps talking.
Sorry.
It's his fault.
I want Taco Bell. I love glizzies.
We're going to...
Lance Briggs, Jerry Azumah coming up with Greg Braggs, who's still got plenty to say, I promise. What an effing win. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button. Again, Brick by Brick After Show is coming up next. Are we showing this reaction video?
Yeah, we do.
Apparently we have this reaction video from the end of the game.
That's how we'll sign out.
Which might be littered with profanities.
Who is this team?
Steven!
Steven killed the Packers. He killed him. I didn't know Woot carried me across the room. I literally did not know
Steven
that.
killed the Packers like he killed that mouse last year at the Super Bowl.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That was murder.
He's a murderer.
You got to follow that up this year in San Francisco.
He straight up stomped a mouse with a lamp.
Oh, my gosh.
Self-defense.
Like a floor lamp.
Pat Nord with the 1242 text. I truly can't believe they pulled that off. Neither can anyone else, but they did because they're them, and congratulations.
Brick by Brick is next. We got Hoge and Jahns tomorrow at 11. Contract, or I don't know what I just said. We got
McNolegs, you don't need to go to bed. Watch Brick by Brick.
We all get contract extensions. I don't know what I'm saying.
You need some milk.
I don't know. Don't go to bed. Watch Brick by Brick.
Watch Brick.
I'm
Brick
not going
by
to bed.
Brick.
I think I might hang out here for a little bit, to be honest with you. Don't go anywhere. We got you covered. This is the worst. This is the worst sign up of all time.
It's a great show. Thank you, Bears. Steven producing. Briggs, Azumah supporting. Next.
Bear down, baby.
We all silly like the mayor.